Hi, I'm Emma.
And I'm Makenna.
And welcome back to What's Happening MU. In this episode, we are going to be taking you guys through our top 10 MU moments to celebrate the end of What's Happening MU and graduation.
If you're wondering why we're not out and about and why we're in a podcast room, that's because we did not use our time wisely.
No. So this is also our formal apology for all of the What's Happening MU promises that we made that we didn't keep. We'll take a moment of silence for all of our fallen soldiers, aka videos.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Today we're going to be going through our top 10 MU moments and discussing some of the cool things that we've done, the strangest things that have happened to us, and some things that will live rent-free in my mind forever.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's get started.
Yeah. So we're going to start with arguably the coolest thing that we have done
in our whole lives.
In our whole life. I don't know that anything will top this, honestly.
Probably not.
Unless it happens again. And that is, do you want to say it together?
Yeah, how are we saying it, though?
Let's just see what comes out. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Corbin Bleu hosting the lip sync battle.
Yep, way more detail. That was the coolest thing we've ever done.
100%. And we're going to tell you the story behind it.
So we all know, maybe we don't, but this time last year, a couple months ago, I took over as the homecoming events coordinator. So we started to plan homecoming. And it was also around the same time that our lovely treasurer in Connect realized that we had a large excess amount of money.
So I think that might be a little bit out of order because in February, we did not know that we had this extra money as far as I know. I don't think we knew, did we?
I guess I took over in January, February.
Yeah.
And then you guys went to NACA.
That's what I think happened next.
Yeah, you went to NACA.
So yes, in February of last year, I went to the National Association for Campus Activities, which is
in the focus.
I feel like you might be a little blurry. You might need to scoot up a little. Anyways, I went to NACA, which is the National Association for Campus Activities, and that's like a long weekend conference, not convention, conference. And at NACA, you as student leaders can meet a bunch of different vendors. You can meet a bunch of different...
Hey, I'm in the focus now.
And as you can tell, she's really focusing on herself and not what we're currently talking about.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Anyways, you can meet a bunch of different vendors, and those vendors include agents for, talent that you can bring. And something that I had always wanted ever since I became part of Connect was to have someone much cooler than me and Makenna host the lip sync battle. Because we had done it the previous 2 years, and,
the first year we did a good job.
The second year we
did a bad job.
I planned all of homecoming, and then we ran it together, so there was just no time to
we weren't planning that.
Plan what we were gonna say, so we winged it, and it was not our best work. So I knew that, especially with Makenna having the official title of homecoming events planner, that it was not gonna work out for us to host again. So we just happened to meet this agency because Gustavo from Big Time Rush was there, and I wanted a picture with Gustavo, obviously. And so we went and we took a picture, and that was kind of that. And then later that night, we were talking to our advisor, and she was like, did you see that agency reps Corbin Bleu? And I was like, no way, I love Corbin Bleu. And she was like, yeah, isn't that cool? And then that was kind of it. And then I was like, wait, you know what I've always wanted to do? Have a celebrity MC for the lip sync battle. Literally since freshman year, I thought that's what we should do. And she was like, well, go find out how much it is. So then I went and I asked some questions, and they were really busy because it was the last day. So they didn't give me many answers, but they told me a price range, and I was like, that's doable. So then we got their info and we came home, and I was like, Makenna, listen
guess
to this
what?
idea.
And told me the idea. And then we started looking at it and we were like, okay, where are we going to find the money within the budget to do it next year? And that's when a couple months later, Emma calls me up and is like, I have crazy news. And she's like, we have all of this extra money that we just like...
It accidentally got double counted in our budget.
Mm-hmm. It was like the deposit we made for the last homecoming, but then we counted it twice. And so then we realized we had all of this extra money, and she was like, so we can either use it in one of these ways. We can use it to like put towards all of the events, or we can use it to get a celebrity MC. And so we used it to get Corbin Bleu.
We did. And it was worth it.
It was worth every single penny. And it was pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whenever it was the actual day of the lip sync battle, right? And it was kind of hectic because 700 people came and they were all like lines up outside the door, and the inside like wasn't set up yet because all of the teams were like running behind on their sound checks. And so all these people were waiting outside, and someone was like walkie-talkie or texted me and said that somebody was here and said that they needed to talk to Corbin Bleu. And I was like, okay, no. So I like went outside to figure out what was going on, and it was this girl, and she was like, hey, I'm here for Corbin. And I was like, super cool. I had no idea who she was. It was Corbin Bleu's wife. And like, I have seen a picture of her before. She just was so tiny.
She's
in
very
real
small,
life.
yeah.
Like, she was just like, I thought she was a student. She looked really young. And she's like, yeah, I'm here for Corbin. And I was like, what? And she was like, oh, wait, he's calling me. And I was like, oh, okay, so you do know him. She was like, and it pops up on her phone, like, husband with a heart. And I was like, oh my God, this is Sasha. And I was like, you can come with me. So then we went inside, and then they took her backstage. But that was so embarrassing.
Yeah, there were, at that exact same time, I was sent to go find Sasha because her Uber dropped her off in the wrong spot. So I'm walking around campus looking for her, knowing that she's here and what to look for. And she like tracked his location on like Find My Friends and like got up to the front. And then Savannah, our other homecoming coordinator, goes, are you like on a team? And she was like, no. So I'm like on a wild goose chase for this girl who is not anywhere that I'm looking, and they're not knowing who she is. It was so funny. She didn't care.
No, she didn't.
She thought it was funny.
That's honestly really funny. She's like, I never come to these things, but they like had another event to go to, and so she decided to come.
Yeah,
and then she called it like a.
Oh my God!
She was like, he's so humble.
She was like, no matter the size of the crowd, he puts his heart into everything. And we were like,
this is the biggest crowd we've ever had, but this is the smallest crowd he's ever had.
It's like,
so humbling.
I know that that's not what she meant, but it did hurt my feelings a little bit. Okay. Love her though. It's okay.
No, love her though.
She didn't mean
literally
it.
did call her a student, so I can't get upset with anything she says.
Yeah.
And then this past week we won Program of the Year for the lip sync battle because it was really cool and it broke records, and it was the best event of the year.
I don't know if you should word it like that.
I think that it was.
In Makenna's opinion,
In my
and also
opinion.
mine, but I'm also very biased. Very biased. But yeah, it was cool to win an award for it.
So,
thank you, Corbin Bleu.